Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's December the 26th, 2021. I'm going to do a real quick video about Twitter and see where in the world is this price going to go. Are we in a bullish trend? And if so, how high can we see the price go, right? We don't want to overstay our welcome here in these stock markets because inevitably nobody's here for our benefit. Everyone else is trying to take money from us, and it's vice versa. I mean, let's keep it real. We're trying to take the money from everyone else who is participating in these markets. So if you guys want to see what I think and you all appreciate my price predictions, then hit the like button and also subscribe here to the channel, right? So now, first of all, I want to show you what is the current environment in Twitter. I mean, take a look. Yeah, we're in a downtrend. Duh. Look at the price chart. We have been in a downtrend into the market in Twitter since February of this year. As a matter of fact, currently we have lost about, since the beginning of this year to the end of this year, 45%. Yeah, that's a bear market. Okay, from the high to the low, 45%. Yes, many people would consider this a bear market in Twitter. Now, at some point you would expect life to come back into the market, right? Could it be now? It may be. I'm going to show you all from a very price time frames as to what we are getting into the market in Twitter. So first, I want to try to preference what is the sentiment of this market in Twitter. Okay, just look at the chart. What do you see? Do you see a bullish market? Do you see a bearish market? Or do you just see a market to where you really don't see a bias as to price going up? I mean, when you compare this chart to, let me show you Microsoft. Okay, let me show you Microsoft chart. And you guys will begin to understand that every market needs to be treated differently, right? This is Microsoft, okay? Yeah, look at it. This market in Microsoft is bullish. This is what a bullish market looks like. But then when you look at Twitter, I mean, yeah, it's nothing. It's just trading. It's not really trending higher like Microsoft is. I mean, you can even use this for Apple. I mean, look how bullish this market is in Apple versus Twitter. See, all you got to do is come in and look at the charts, and the chart will tell you everything you need to know. All right, so let me switch this back over. Go back to the Twitter chart. Here we are. So you guys can see it's nothing really in Twitter. So for anyone that's trying to get you to hold this one stock for the long term, you're not going to get that type of environment like you are at Microsoft and Apple that you can hold for the long term and possibly get some gains at the end. This is not that environment in Twitter. This is not that market. Okay, so we are not in a bullish trend. We are not necessarily in a bearish trend on a long-term basis. But I want you all to see this though, okay? Because am I bullish in the market in Twitter? Not necessarily, because of this reason alone. Look at this. Yep. We broke $48 to the downside, and just like we did right here. I mean, look at it. Right there. We hit restriction back in May 2018 in Twitter. Price came down massively. Well, what do you know? We broke back down below $48 on this 3-weekly price bar. And we even tested it on this current one, and we still could not do it. So overwhelmingly, I'm not massively bullish into the market in Twitter because of that. This area was a very crucial spot in Twitter's price history. Wow, look at that. Majority of the price history in Twitter has been below $48. Now, if we would have seen price in Twitter come in and bounce off $48 and we saw price starting to elevate, then yeah, I mean, we would expect the price to go up, but instead we broke it to the downside. So this is not rocket science. Money talks. So now, let me show you all what we have on the monthly time frame. Okay, look at this. So what do you think is really happening into the market in Twitter from a monthly perspective? Buying or selling? I mean, that's all we can get. Buying and selling. That's it. Do you think more buying is going on? Or do you think more selling is going on in Twitter? 3-day time frame. What do you see here? What do you think? You see price going up? Do you see price going down? I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna drop my price prediction in the market in Twitter. Yes, I will, and show you what my expectations are. This is the Twitter on a 2-day. Let me zoom in. Let you all see. What is your expectation? I mean, are you massively bullish in Twitter, or are you bearish? Yeah, from my perspective, let me tell you what I'm thinking. All right, I am bullish. Yes, I am bullish in the market in Twitter, but from a limited perspective. Okay, I'm not one of these run-of-the-mill YouTubers telling you to hold stocks for 5 years. And matter of fact, you all need to start questioning these YouTubers who want you to hold the stock for the long term and tell them to give you a price target in the next 5 years. For instance, if they want you to hold the stock for 5 years, tell them to give you a price. Where do you think the market is going to be in 5 years in terms of price and not just time frame? And see what they say. Right now, back to me. Yes, I'm bullish in the market and Twitter. Okay. Now, I'm not massively bullish because I've already told you that that $48 is very important. Yeah, we needed to see the market bounce above that. Well, we wasn't able to do it. Nope, couldn't do it. Now, do I think it's going to try again? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can see it happen again. So let me go ahead and show you what we have though in terms of percentages. Okay. Now, you can see this too. Right there. $46 is an issue. It's an issue for the buyers, meaning that the sellers are lurking right there around $46. Now, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think the buyers are going to overcome the sellers at 46 to continue to uplift the price? Or do you think the sellers are going to win? I mean, these are questions that we need to think about now before market goes there, so that we know what we need to do in terms of taking the profitability and moving on to the next play. I mean, because that only gives us 4.5%. And like I said, $48 is the next area. Yeah, that's an issue. Okay. Now, that's about it. And from a longer term perspective, okay, the weakness is still dominating the market in Twitter. Okay, from a longer term perspective, weakness is winning. So as I do this price prediction, this is not for the long term. I'm literally looking for the market in Twitter to try to come back up to $48 and test it to see if the buyer's going to overcome the sellers there. And then the weakness is going to continue. Yeah, we're in a downtrend into the market in Twitter. So from the longer term, I'm weak in the market in Twitter. Yes, I will be looking for price to go down in the long term. This is only a daily price prediction that I'm showing you all right here. So this is not one of those long-term plays the way you come into the market and stay. No, this is not that market. Twitter is in a downtrend. So yeah, 46, 48, that's about it. Hey, I'm taking the hands off right there because I understand what the environment in Twitter is telling me. Look at this. For you to think that we're not going to continue to go down right now, especially seeing that we broke $48, that was crucial. You might want to reevaluate the chart that you're looking at. Okay. Now, this is my price prediction though. Okay. Now, from a longer term perspective, let me show you this though. Okay. Because I can show it to you on the longer term too. Now, longer term, these are the areas that I'm looking for the market to try to find the buyers. $40, then down here to 36. Yes. 40, 36. Okay. This is from the longer term perspective in the market in Twitter. Okay. This is where it's at. 36. Well, I'm sorry, 40 and then 36. So be on the lookout for that over the next couple of months. Look at this. In the next 5 days and 3 hours, this is a 3 months. Okay. This is massively weak. I'm here to tell you that off the rip. This is weak. Anyone else that tries to tell you that this is strong is not in it for your best interests. This is weak. It even shows us that the price in Twitter may actually come down here and test this overall trend. I'm just saying, this is from a long-term perspective. And then I'm telling you right now, you're going to get videos on YouTube. Whoever follows Twitter they're going to tell you to come in and buy these dips. And this market ain't done dipping. Not from a long-term perspective, it's not. And we're not going to tell you to buy these dips. We tell you to stay away from the market if you're trying to buy it, because this market is still weak in Twitter. Now, if you're trying to play this on a small time frame, this is what I'm looking at right here from a smaller term perspective. Okay, that's it. This is not the opportunity to be greedy in the market in Twitter, especially if you're looking for the market to go up. That's about it right there. Okay, long term, yeah, I'm still weak in the market in Twitter too, though. Okay, so now look at these analysts right here. I mean, one thing you begin to understand and realize is that these analysts overwhelmingly will automatically teeter towards the buy side, right? It will always weight more there on the buy side than on the sell side. Begin to ask yourself the question, why? Why would they do that? If they're really here to assist me in where I think these price targets are going to be in the next 12 months, why are majority of them always buying the market? Why are their recommendations always a buy? You begin to wonder, because they are getting paid by these companies that they follow. So Twitter may be paying, JP Morgan, Piper Sandler, UBS, Citigroup, Wedbush, Jefferies, JPM Securities, just to continue to show forth the valuableness of their stock. I mean, what do you really think? If the majority of these analysts came through and did sell ratings, I mean, what do you think the market would do for Twitter? Right? What do you think it would do? Yeah, it would completely collapse. And even though these analysts, look at this, 11 months ago, hold and buy ratings, they want you to hold and buy the stock as the market has been coming down over the whole year 2021. Why are they telling you that? Exactly, because they don't have your best interest at heart. Only the price chart does. So you might want to start paying attention to the price and price only. All right, just saying. Now this is it. Your turn. Drop me your price prediction in the market and Twitter. Tell me where you think the market is going to go over the next couple of months. This is what I'm looking forward to. Again, long term, i.e. 3 months and longer. I'm still looking for some weakness to occur into the market in Twitter, unless, all right, this is the one thing that will make me change the weakness in Twitter, is if price breaks above $48, right? But then I won't even be that far then, because I'm looking at a chart. It's going to be right there around 52 then. So from 48 to 52 is what I'm looking at. All right. So that's it. This is my thoughts. Now it's your turn. Hit me up. Let me know. Make sure you maintain profitability. And as always, trade different.